Gym bag essentials. This is everything I keep inside my gym bag at all times. I always have a red band pull aparts, Ray-Ban knee sleeves, some form of electrolytes. These are thermo tabs, awesome, just salt tablets. Always stay hydrated. These are caffeine tablets, that way I can take caffeine without relying on pre-workout supplements. Your basic shaker bottle, sprayable deodorant, Gold Bond powder, CryoGlide for achy joints. This is a ped egg. Keep your calluses shaved down, keep your hands in good shape. Here's a quality pair of headphones, extremely important I think for a lot of lifters. This is thumb tape to wrap your thumbs, protect your thumbs with hook grip. Here's a basic speed rope if you're in a CrossFit like me. Gymnastic grips to protect your hands. Leather lifting straps. I also have a furniture slider, a quality lifting belt, SPD powerlifting lever belt, and then my gym bag is a backpack by GoRuck, extremely durable.
First of all, let's start with the gym bag. I have kind of a weird gym bag. This is a Patagonia Atom. I don't need a big bag. I don't carry a whole lot of stuff. So small gym bag is where it's at. All right, let's see what's in it. You gotta have your earbuds to block out the gym's terrible music. These are made by Sennheiser. They actually stay in my ears. If you've ever noticed when you do pull-ups or pull-downs, sometimes regular earbuds will pop out of your ears. These actually stay in place, and as a bonus, noise cancellation. Plasma, usually one before, one during training. Okay, this may seem strange, but yes, I carry my own cable attachments to the gym. And the reason why I do this is because sometimes they're very slick. The ones provided at the gym are very slick and they don't have a very good grip. Sometimes the grip is very thin too, which seems unnatural. Lifting straps. I like a short leather lifting strap. Some people like the longer ones. I like the short ones because one wrap and you're done. I usually only use these if I'm into the like 3 to 5 rep range. You don't want to overuse your lifting straps. Now the key with lifting chalk is you're not supposed to use it in a lot of commercial gyms. So this comes in like a little porous sock. And this has two purposes. First of all, it does not like mess up the whole gym. Also, you can get away with it. Most people don't see you using it at a commercial gym, and it gives you like just enough.
So I'm pretty fresh back from the gym. Haven't cleared out my bag, so I don't know what's going to be in there. Let's take a look. We're going to go with a duffel bag. This is a Fred Perry, and I've had this one for years. We're going to check the side pockets first of all. And this is where I keep my headphones. So I've actually got about 3 pairs of headphones. There's nothing worse when you get to the gym and one of your headphones has died. I really like training tunes. They're really cool. Beats, standard. And then another pair of training tunes ones. In-ear. I personally prefer in-ear most of the time. So main bag. Training log, standard. So I'll be honest, I don't always use my training log. I'm pretty good remembering my own numbers. Same with all my clients' numbers over the years. I'm pretty good at remembering stuff like that. Resistance bands, a load of these in here. These are from, we've got 3 different ones here. These are from Merrick, Versa grips. Now, I absolutely love these. Don't use them all the time because at the end of the day, if your grip is a weak point, then you shouldn't really be avoiding it. But for pulling sessions where I'm really trying to hit my back, and these are really good for kind of wrist support as well. I do like Versa grips. I had a pair of Fat Grips for years, and Fat Grips recently were kind enough to send me a customized pair, which is pretty cool. But I'm always using these, whether it be for pressing or pushing or arm work, obviously. Angles 90, I'll be honest, haven't been using these recently, but I do use these a fair amount, or have done in the past, so they always do stay in there. And just for that kind of free wrist position, free elbow position, a little bit nicer on the shoulders. I keep a tripod in here as well, so there we go. And then, yeah, so apparently everyone has a spare carabiner. You never know when you need one. Again, don't know what brand that is, probably picked that one off of Amazon. And last thing, I think, a pair of socks.
If the first rule of the gym is to re-rack your weights, close second is to not stink. So to keep it fresh, you want deodorant in your gym bag. Next up, anabolic t-shirt. Put it on for immediate gains. Alright, next up, we have a pair of resistance bands. I like to use these for warm-ups. They can be used for variable resistance training. That's when you add them to squats or for presses. The average lifter can probably get away with a pair of 1/2-inch bands. Those are lighter. And a pair of moderate resistance bands. They're about 1 inch to 1.5 inches thick. I like Perform Better. I like Elite FTS. They make good bands. Next we have a hanging scale, a heavy-duty hanging scale. I actually use this with the resistance bands. I have an upcoming article that teaches you how to quantify band tension to be very precise with your training when you use resistance bands for squats and presses. Look for that coming up. This is an appropriately sized water bottle for me. No one needs to roll into the gym with a full gallon of water. You're perpetuating a stereotype. This is a blender bottle. It has a wide mouth so I can keep it clean. Works well. Even physical therapists still have aches and pains from time to time, so I carry this muscle balm. It's by Cryoderm. It's got menthol. This particular one has capsaicin, which is a compound from chili peppers, so it's got some cold and some heat to it. Rub it on the sore muscle or the sore joint before, after, even during your workout. Just make sure you wash your hands before you rub your eye or before you rub anything else for that matter. This has been fun. Happy lifting.
So this is a bag from a company called CalPack, and they kind of specialize more in like luggage, but I use this for the gym because it's got pockets for your drink, pockets for your shoes, and then just like tons of secret pockets on the inside. So that's kind of why I love it. As far as my drink holder goes, I use a hydro flask because it's made out of stainless steel. So you can wash it in your dishwasher, and you also don't have to worry about any of those like plasticky chemicals coming out, seeping into your drink. As far as what I put inside of my hydro flask, if it's not water, I'll use Surge Workout Fuel, which it gives you an awesome pump and you feel energized from the beginning all the way to the end of your workout. So we will link to that below, and it's my favorite thing. I use a MoboMax massage stick. And the reason why I love it is because it goes deeper. It's like more targeted than a foam roller. So if you've got a place that's been bothering you, like your mid back or your traps or your forearms or your pecs, you can dig in there a little bit more targeted, and you don't have to lay down. Like you can use it up against a wall and it'll get in there really nicely. This is a Ace armband, and it's really handy if you have epicondylitis or tennis elbow. My doctor recommended I use this pretty frequently, but I find that I don't need it every single time I work out, just whenever my elbows happen to be a little bit angry. I keep a workout log, even though my workouts are kind of more, what's that called? They're a little bit more intuitive, but I do have a workout split, like a training split, and I do like to keep track of the numbers that I'm using. I have to wear headphones, like old school headphones, because earbuds do not fit in my deformed ear holes. So I have to use these, and they're fantastic because they're not too much, you know, too much stuff on your head, and they hold a charge for a long time. So these are great. I have one of these. If you've been on social media in the last 10 years and have watched any booties, you know how this is used. So I'm not going to explain too much about that. I have one more thing. It does not fit in my gym bag, but it just came, and I'm so excited to use it tomorrow for my deadlift session. This is called a barbell jack, and let's say your barbell is here, you put it underneath it, you raise the barbell, and then you can take your plates off really easily because they're not sitting on the floor anymore. So there's not that friction that you're fighting against when you unload your plates.
Gym bag is actually a gift from my aunt. It's a King Kong bag. Absolutely love this thing, really durable. It's fantastic. Foam roller, short one, soft on the outside, pretty firm stuff. It's like a piece of PVC pipe with some foam on it. So love this thing, way more portable. Whey protein powder, about 1.5 scoops. Creatine, simple stuff after every workout. Yes, the anabolic window is a myth, but it's still convenient when you get more protein in. My water bottle is a gift from my pal John Goodman. Luke Osmar, he writes for T Nation as well. And shoes. Nanos. Firm, flat sole. Great for deadlifting, great for squatting in. My preferred. One of these small red bands. Great for things like pull aparts, lash you around something, do face pulls with them. These are pretty useful. A lacrosse ball or floor hockey ball, these things, good for getting in places this thing doesn't. You lift long enough, you're gonna want these. Some leather straps. If you're gonna get straps, get the longer ones thin, see if you can get some leather ones. These short fiber ones, once you roll them up, they're too thick anyway, so they don't really work. Bluetooth headphones, can't go without music. And I mean, we're talking about some pretty mundane shit here, but literally a lock.
First, I want to highlight my actual gym bag. It's a High Elite backpack. I just love the way it's organized and the way it's opened up. It allows me to organize my gym bag the way I want to make everything easily accessible, and it's just an all-around great gym bag. In the main pocket of my gym bag, I have two types of bands. I have my NT loop bands. If you're not familiar, these are just my version of a super band. They are 10 inches longer, and they are the most comfortable bands in the world to go around your body. For handle bands, I have my JC Predator bands. So these have handles on the end, and they're adjustable, so you can either work against 1, 2, or 3 bands, and they have a really long strap. You can put them in a door or around a machine. I also have my 3 different tensions of my NT Loop mini bands. Mini bands are really good for shoulder warm-up exercises because they stretch a lot, or doing things like lateral walks with big strides, a lot of rehab exercises, prehab, things like that. I have my 1 1/4 pound each plate mates. So if I have something like a metal dumbbell or kettlebell and I want to have a very small progression because I'm trying to get stronger, but 5-pound jumps are too much, I can slap 1 or 2 plate mates on there. I can also put these on any selectorized equipment. Next, I have my fat grips. These actually have my name printed right on them. The last item in my bag is an interesting one. So it's 2 different types of straps with a carabiner. You get these from go to an outdoor store and go to the climbing section. So these are highly durable. These are designed to hold some serious weight. For example, something like a longer strap like this is I can sling this over top of the chin-up bar, hook a handle to each side, and now I can do free-floating handle neutral grip pull-ups. I don't have to throw the V handle over there, and the V handle could flip-flop, or it might not be as wide relative to the square bar that's over top. I can hook these to a cable and give myself an extended band, or extended handle, so the handle doesn't press into my arm if I'm doing something like a press or a fly.
The first item we've got is the Vitruve encoder. You can see here the string which would be attached to the bar. It gives me the speed of the barbell, the amount of watts I'm producing, so the power, and other kind of cool measure that I can use to better evaluate my own training, especially now when I'm training for performance. It's very important for me to know the speed at which I'm lifting. Just saying, well, I'm moving fast is not enough. I have the good old Arbinger weightlifting belt. Then I have the Slingshot elbow sleeves. I actually use them as shin guards when doing deadlifts or Olympic lifts from the floor. Then we have the Iron Bull knee sleeves, which I only use when I'm squatting full range and fairly heavy. Unless I'm going above 450 in full range, I don't use them. The first pair of shoes in my bag are basically just generic minimalist shoes. The only thing worth noting is that inside you have Victory insoles. They are carbon insoles, which allows you to have more spring when you're moving. So either when you're jumping, when you're sprinting, better at absorbing force, and give me a bit more support when doing the Olympic lifts and landing with a lot of force. Second pair of shoes, the Nike Romaleos. I've been using these shoes for weightlifting for years and years. Honestly, I don't use them much because I'm doing my Olympic lifts mostly in a power position right now. Last but not least, the Wallender's leather wrist straps. Now, because I'm doing lots of power snatches, power cleans, eye poles. I really need a sturdy and resilient pair of straps. When I'm using those fabric ones, I go through like one every week or 2 weeks. I've been having these same one for about a year. There's not a trace of wear and tear on them. They're made in Sweden, so they are Viking straps, so that's no wonder they are still intact.